So that's why you didn't. Ready? Right. Well, there we go. 7 o'clock. We'll call to order. You've got a full board here. And no need to seat alternates this evening. And just luckily enough, we've got one. Welcome, Tucker, as our new alternate. What I got. So we're gonna open the public hearing for Canaan Country Club. For an addition of live entertainment at the clubhouse. Any public comment? That's my opening remarks. And the only thing I ask you is you step to the podium, state your name.
Of course, I got a packet for everybody.
Of course you do.
Yep, of course I do. It's all right. It's not a scary one. That's good. I don't have one for you. I'm sorry. I don't think I made a good count. Oh. Hey. Interesting.
Please step to the podium and state your name.
My name is Sue Bolts. I live at 137 Church Street in North Canaan. I'm an abutter to Canaan Country Club. I will begin by stating that I am in favor of passing the application for adding live entertainment for the Canaan Country Club owned by Joe Quattrochi. That being said, after doing my own research on this special permit, I would have also liked to see the actual application required from the state of Connecticut, the Department of Consumer Protection, adding live entertainment included with the application, with the town application. On the state application, there are specific boxes to check on what type of entertainment there will be. I do think it is important also to note that live entertainment, this is in quotes, live entertainment is approved for inside permit premises. Outdoor live entertainment is prohibited unless specifically annotated by local officials on their approval sign-off. This is a quote directly from a page of the Liquor Control Division. Thank you to George Martin, CEO, the commission, and Joe, hoping for the best outcome for all. Susan Bolts.
Thanks, Susie. Any other public comment? Just step up.
Hi, my name is Matt Murray. I'm the general manager over the country club. And yeah, I was sitting here by Joe tonight. He was a little hung up, but yeah, obviously getting this done is something is long past due for the Canaan Country Club. I think we see ourselves as one of the big contributors to the community, hosting a lot of charity events and making a lot of donations, whether it be food or other things to the community. Definitely getting this permit was something that was long overdue and an oversight. And like you said, it would just be primarily for like 5 or 6 events that we have throughout the winter, just to kind of keep us going. Our goal has always been to not shut down and stay open for the community and not try to have to lay anybody off the off season. And a big part of that is getting a good pull from the community for these specific events, and live music has been a big contributor to that. Most likely would be like occasional live music or band, and then maybe a DJ or something for some of our parties. But yeah, nothing outside, nothing out of the realm or anything that would be non normal. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys bringing us out today.
All right, thank you. Any other comment from the audience here? Any comment from Zoom? Going once? No Zoom? Only three people here in the audience? Oh, so I'd entertain the motion to close. public hearing.
Second.
Motion to second to close public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is closed. It's 7:05. So moving on. So we'll call the regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission, North Canaan, to order. Full commission board here. And welcome Walt as a full board member. And Chuck as my alternate. So had most of my opening remarks earlier. Everybody received the minutes? Any additions or corrections to the minutes is sent out? Motion?
I move to accept minutes from last meeting.
Second. All in favor of accepting the minutes from the last meeting?
Aye.
Opposed? Gotta use my gavel here. Set. Minutes approved and accepted. ZEO report. You're up, George.
Phone calls and people coming on for information have been really steady, which is great to see and hear and have them ask questions instead of just doing. Permits I've issued is for a storage building at 34 Burton Lane, a new home up on 5 Newton Lane. And I received the permit application for the new home at 5 Mountain View Lane, but I'm still awaiting the driveway permit in order to issue it, which is going to be required because we're in the driveway, right? And it does have to be done. Other than that, I've had a couple of letters I've sent out trying to resolve the issues that I'm still waiting for some very solid response. Including the thing. So,
What were those things, George?
one is the business being operated in an ag zone, it shouldn't be. And another one is that I have noticed that there's a storage shed structure that appears to be close to somebody's property line, but no permit was taken out to put it there. So I put out letters for that. And I
Any
had,
addresses on those properties?
One's up on North Elm Street, and I don't remember the number offhand. And the other one, I got a complaint about possible work being done that wasn't approved out on Lower Road. And again, I have not received any response back from my letters. So I'm gonna follow that through. And that about takes care of it. Other than that, we add to the country club in return all their stuff, which completes that application factor that we need to send that back. So here they are. That's it.
Old business, so action on a permit for Kim Fitzgerald, to convert a one-family home to a two-family at 34 Petty Lane. You all had time to review and think about that. He's not, as far as I understand, he's not expanding the structure, and if you'd like to elaborate.
No, the basic footprint will be the same. We'll have to add an egress in the back, second egress in the back, and an egress in the front for the one unit. And then the egress in the back and the front that are currently there will remain for the second or the first unit, whatever, however you get.
So the basic footprint is staying the same.
The footprint is staying the same.
You're supplied with town water and town sewer.
Parking spaces, right?
Parking spaces are all off street
All
parking.
the way off street, yeah, there's plenty of room.
Any other questions from the board? I'd like to take action, motion, yay or nay?
Yeah, I move to accept.
Second. Motion second and accepted. Any further discussion? All in favor of granting the special permit to Tim Fitzgerald to convert a one-family home to a two-family home at 34 Patty Lane. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So you'll see George for a special permit, follow up. And you can get your paperwork going. All right, thank you. So new business. We have do we have an application from Carol Zuko? Used to go, I'm sorry. Carol used to go?
Yes, I did, and I was waiting on an approval from Thornton Area Health, and I do have that now, which that application was lacking. So you can go, my feeling is you can go ahead and schedule a hearing for it.
Okay, so what does the actual application read, George? Can you read that out to us?
It's converting a 1 to a 2 family and adding a deck. It's presently a 1 family. And she's gonna make it a 2 family. It had been a 2 family in the past and it's converted to single family, now it's going back to 2 family. So it falls into the same categories. What Kim wanted to do is to
Mhm.
require it to go to special. And that's where that is, and I did get what I needed to complete that application, so we can move forward in hearing.
What's the property space that that sets on?
184 East Canaan Road.
What's the acreage? Because that is not served by neither town water nor town sewer.
No, it's not. No, they have a well, and they got a septic system and everything else. There's, I think, 2.6 acres.
And that was approved by Torrington Area Health.
Yeah, they put in the application in the Torrington area and I got the approval back through them. So
Okay.
that was the last piece for that. So it'd be okay.
So I'll entertain a motion to schedule a public hearing. It's 7 o'clock.
The public hearing is just for the 1 family to 2 family, or is that for the deck addition as well? The deck addition,
No, the deck addition is fine as
It's
far as a standard. They
fine
got
as
conforming.
plenty of distances to all the property lines and everything else. The special is for the.
just the 1 family to 2 family.
There we go. So it's the
I moved to set the public hearing for before next meeting on January
December-
12th.
January 12th, 7 o'clock here at
Seven.
Town Hall. Any discussion about setting a public hearing for January 12th? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There we go. There's our next public hearing.
You're making sure the proper notification is out.
Yep. Send it to her, so we end up with the green cards back and
Yep.
budding property owners, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to add in the agenda.
Agenda can be modified
Um,
with a vote by the board.
so I guess it would be a new business. What I'd like to do is against our protocol. I'd like to move with a vote on the Canaan Country Club. I think it's something that they've been doing anyway. It's holding up your permitting on your,
We're gonna vote to add it to new business first, and then we can talk about it, right?
that's exactly.
Okay, so moved. Or do I have to? I moved to add the Canaan Country Club to new business. Here tonight.
Possible action. I'll second it.
Any further discussion about adding to the agenda? None? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? There we go. Now that we've added it to it, now we can discuss it further.
Okay, so this application that was brought to us here tonight, what is that binding to us,
So
or is it?
their business as it sits, from what I understand, did not allow live entertainment inside the building. I think you can elaborate if you'd like.
Yeah, there's an addition to the specific liquor permit. But before we can get that addition, we need approval from you. There was some miscommunication or overlap, I guess, during the time that Joe and Rich Shanley exchanged the property. So we did at one point have the allowance for it. It was on our liquor permit. But on our most recent time we updated the liquor permit, it no longer specifies on here that we're allowed to have live indoor entertainment.
Okay. So you need our approval anyway before this.
Yeah,
Oh,
And so it's specifically live indoor
yes,
entertainment.
yes.
yeah.
Not looking for any outside.
No, it really, anything that we do is one of our holiday parties or, live entertainment during the winter to help, get another draw in. Really nothing during the summertime. So that's why we only need the indoors because we're not.
I'm pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah,
Everybody else is- yeah.
it's indoor and like I said, it's something that's been going.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, does the owner thought it was part of his.
Yeah.
Until it was reviewed, nobody knew the difference.
Yeah.
We have no comment from budding property owners except for one in support of it, so, I'd love to just put this to bed here tonight.
Great.
Motion to accept, permit for live entertainment at the Canaan Country Club.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? There you go. The special application for the Canaan Country Club for live entertainment is approved. So we'll move on to set our meeting dates. Anybody have special issue with any of them? As
Are they
presented?
all second Monday, George, except for Columbus
Except
Day?
for- Except for October 13th, which is Tuesday. Everything else is Mondays. Like,
Fine with me.
Yep. Sounds good.
You might think of
I just,
Yeah.
do we really?
So moved.
that?
Second? Okay. All in favor of accepting the dates as presented?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There we go, accept our dates. So I do need a motion, another motion to add to our agenda. We need to elect our officers here at this commission, the first meeting after the election cycle. So we need to add another addition to our
Motion to
Agenda.
add electing officers for the
planning and zoning
2026
commission.
season.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Well, there we go. So now we can talk about that.
Oh, I nominate you for chair.
Second.
Any other motion is seconded for myself to remain as chair? Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Dalton Jackie for vice chair.
Well, we gotta do
We
one
gotta
at
do
a
the
time.
chair first.
Any other?
What's that?
Motion to close the vote. Second that.
All right. Motion close and vote. All in favor of myself remaining as chair?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now you can go, Coop.
Somebody else can do it if they want.
Motion to nominate Dalton Jackie for vice chair.
I'll second it.
That's pretty good.
Any other nominations? I'll move to close nominations.
Second.
Nominations are closed. All in favor of Dalton remaining as vice chair?
Aye.
Opposed? We do have this one more thing. It's a secretary position. I'm not sure why we have that, but we've always had it. I think it's a position that's in our doctrine somewhere. So we need to elect a secretary even though the secretary for the Planning and Zoning Commission really doesn't do anything. So
Is that you, Pete?
I'd like to nominate
No.
Pete Brown.
What? Wait, what?
I'd like to nominate Peter Brown as secretary of Planning and Zoning.
I'll second that.
Second.
Jesus.
Any other nominations?
Coffee or anything?
Motion to close nominations.
Second.
There we go. Motion seconded. Well, all in favor of closing nominations? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Well, there we go. Close
Congratulations.
nominations. Motion for, or I'm sorry. All in favor of Peter Brown being secretary for Planning and Zoning Commission?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
You better not get sick.
There we go. So now we have all our positions filled.
Piece of cake.
There we go. So public comment, any public comment on anything? You like to just talk?
Thank you for being here. I appreciate your hard work. It's Monday night. You guys have family and friends at home and football.
Thank you.
I moved it close.
But you can't do that. Anybody on Zoom has any public comment to? Going once. Going twice. Well, there we go. Motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
One second, all in favor?
Aye.
Closed? Meeting closed.
Beautiful.
Okay.